Hi guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to our discussion. I wanted to make a video concerning a very interesting topic. Perhaps it will be very interesting for both European and non-European people. So, long story short, as Americans say, the subject of today's video will be what it means to be European. I will do a short intro on Russian and French. Perhaps there are some people who speak either Russian or either French. Perhaps some friends back from Ukraine. As some of you know, I'm Ukrainian and currently I live in France. So, это видео будет о том, что такое, чем является, что такое быть европейцем. Что значит европеец? Если у вас будут какие-либо вопросы, задавайте их внизу под видео. Я с удовольствием на них отвечу. Или идеи. Это видео можно назвать дискуссией. Мне очень захотелось поделиться своими мыслями, поэтому... Oui, et en français, si vous avez des questions concernant le sujet de vidéo, le sujet de vidéo c'est qu'est-ce que ça, le personne européenne? C'est qui? C'est quelqu'un qui habite un pays européen ou c'est quelqu'un qui respectait la liberté, l'égalité et la fraternité, par exemple, oui. Donc, si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas de demander. Ça me fait plaisir de répondre à vos questions. So I will continue on English. I was thinking about it, what it means to be European, what it means to be a person of European mind. You know, I did an experiment. I asked some French people, my friends, hey guys, you are Europeans, you have passports of European Union, yeah? What it means for you to be a European? It was really hard question for them. One guy told me, well, it means that you live in Europe. I mean, the state where you live, it's a part of Europe, part of European Union, and it's located geographically in Europe. Another person said that, oh well, if you are a European, if you are part of European Union, then you are European. So as we can see, they mean usually that being European means to be a citizen. So it's like a political aspect, or to live in a country which is located in Europe, and is part of European Union. But these people, they are very different. You know, they have their own opinions, and majority of Europeans will probably think this way. They don't bother thinking about such questions, because people in Europe, they are very focused on their lives, on their jobs, on their education, etc., etc. Yeah. And this is good. This is actually good, because we have only one life and you must work, you must study, you must improve, you must be competitive. This world is very competitive and you must stay in touch with this world, you know. Don't get into something unreal, some bullshit, let's call it like that. So yeah, back to the question. So, and I thought, being European is just living in Europe or having a passport with written text part of European Union? No. Being European means to uphold and to respect certain values of Europe. These values, they were forged by the time. They were forged by challenges which Europe faced throughout centuries. These challenges, they created something called European values. So what are these values? I think it is very important to highlight these values today at 2023, because I feel like Europe is slowly losing its identity. So the first one, and probably the most important, on which Europe is built, it's a freedom of individual person, freedom of liberty of a person. This freedom includes freedom of expression, freedom of movement, freedom of thinking, freedom of everything. Yeah. Of course, when we are talking about freedoms, we usually will say, oh, they are not absolute, they are not limitless. Yeah, there are limits and there are regulations, but it is a core, inner core of Europe. Because what I see is that these freedoms, they give a possibility for human being to uncover his or her potential. Without these freedoms, Europe, there would be no difference between Europe and some dictatorship countries. These freedoms, they create competitive environment for every human being, where he can prove by his hard work, education, etc. Not proof, but yeah, proof is perhaps not an appropriate word, but to achieve success, to achieve goals, and to live the life as he wants. To live the life as he wants. This liberty is very important for identity of person. It includes liberty of sexuality, which is very, very important. Without person coming out as accepting himself or herself, coming out as heterosexual or gay or bisexual, I am certain, I am sure that not a single human being can progress in his life without accepting himself, without being true with yourself. And freedom is a field where you can do it, where you can uncover yourself without fear. Of course, there will be some fear, but the state must protect this freedom. And this freedom is in danger. From where? From whom? Well, it is a question for another for another discussion. The second value of Europe is a secular state. This future, it proved its effectiveness throughout the time, and it became much more important than it was back when it was created, a secular state. In French, they call it laïcité, republic-like. On Russian we say светское государство. Хотя это не полностью передает смысл слова секуляризм. So back to English. I'm sorry, I won't switch to Russian or French or Ukrainian, because I believe that English is the king of every single language, and it's the most precise, the most logical, the most unified language. So yeah, secular state. Secular state means very simple thing: a division, separation of religion and state. I would even say secular state means going even further. a building state which is based on science, based on progress, on development, on human being, and absolutely restricting, avoiding any influence of any religion. For example, French government is doing very good job regarding this subject. We can say this about every single state, but as time goes on, the demand for secular state grows. Religion brings everything wrong for society. Religion directly conflicts with the first core of modern European state: freedom. Religion restricts freedom of women. Religion restricts freedom of speech. Religion restricts freedom of thinking, yeah, and imposes absolutely unlogical, absolutely strange and unacceptable ideas about life, society, and morals. Secular state. The second one, and the third one, which probably is another pillar of Europe, but it's also a pillar of every single country, member state of Europe. It's their differences of European countries, but at the same time these differences bring them unity. These differences unite them. They are different. They speak different languages. They have different culture and different history. They had wars between each other before, and yet they uphold the same values of liberty, of freedom, values of respecting person, respecting life, and doing everything to protect and uncover full potential of a person. And in general, a secular state. Even in Europe, even in European states where religion has a lot of influence on state system, yeah, governmental system, yet we see a lot of signs of secular state, of separation. So I don't want to make it a very long video. I want it to be a short, and to throw an idea into your mind, perhaps to create some thoughts about this, so you can ask, oh, and am I a European if I believe that everything was created by some fantastic God and LGBT people are terrible people? This is unnatural, and you can't say whatever you want. You must keep your mouth shut, and if you say whatever you want, you must be punished. You are not a European. I'm sorry. You lost this sense of feeling free, of feeling, or perhaps you never had it. I start to ask myself a question that some people just accept this hatred and this restriction of their own freedom. Perhaps, I was thinking that democracy is a part of European values. But at the same time, democracy doesn't exist. In 2023, democracy is dead. Democracy is a tool of control, a tool of achieving goals for someone by others people's hands. So democracy is a construct of a modern power base, you know, of a modern government. Democracy was an idea, and it was probably the best invention of power separation in human history. But in modern world, democracy is dead. So yeah, and this question after discussing these ideas, I just asked a few questions. Look, okay, for example, Ukrainians. I'm Ukrainian, so that's why I started with Ukrainians. Ukrainians, are they Europeans? You know, majority will say right now, yes, of course, because they are fighting for Europe, blah, 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 blah. But they say this only out of pity, only out of feeling a need to say this, so to make them feel better. But we know that it's not the truth. Ukrainians are not Europeans. Ukrainians are corrupt, and Ukrainians are ready to do evil things. Ukrainians disobey rule of law. Ukrainians have no respect for human liberty, for personal freedoms, and we see that Ukrainians are full of hatred towards anything new, which is not new. And in general, I would say that another big problem is that minds of Ukrainians have been tainted by a poison called religion. Because majority of Ukrainians believe in flying mans on the sky and a guy with a beard who created everything. So, and another question, are Turkish people Europeans? Why Turkish? Because, you know, I was reading a lot about Turkey lately. For me, I never was interested in history of Turkey except First World War, Ottoman Empire. And I was always thinking that Arabs and Turks are the same people. I was mistaken, and I was mistaken so much. They're totally different. However, nevertheless, Turkish people are once again snowballing back into the void of Arabic world. The void, because this void is filled by poison called religion. This void is filled by hatred. This void is filled by turning people into a mass. Yeah, destroying individual qualities, and turning a person into just one of a million, one of a billion. But Turkey was, and still has a part of Europe in itself, as I think. Because back when Atatürk made reforms of Turkey, he made it a secular state. A state which was working for development, a state which was uncovering human potential, a state which was centered around human, around a human being. So, but not now. Today we have another Ottoman Empire growing on our just before us. So, and we can look and enjoy, observe and enjoy. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Спасибо за просмотр. Merci de regarder cette vidéo. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have your own opinions, don't hesitate to ask them below the video. I will try to make more of such discussions. You know, lately I've been really motivated to discuss some topics, and it can be anything from Europe to Ukraine, from politics to something concerning social life, etc. Maybe perhaps just about me. You know, lately I've understood that I've accepted myself that I'm gay, I like guys, and it was kinda a turning point in my life, 27 years old, but really, it's never too late, as they say. And I really understood that it's a biggest crime possible to suppress human being, because just imagine living a life as one of a mass, following ideas and ideals created by someone else, and not uncovering yourself. And then, at the end of your life, understanding that you lived your life never accepting your true identity. It's very important. So perhaps this topic would be more interesting to majority of people. So I just can't stop talking. I can't stop talking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Maybe I can try next time on French. Thank you guys. Bye.